What's up? What's up? It's your boy Sneaky Q. We back again with Mott Magazine. I got a special guest for you guys today. Up and coming rapper, Pennsylvania rapper, Navelle Hice is in the building.
Yeah, it's the deal.
All right. So you was formerly known as Chief.
Word.
That changed. Let's talk about that process, man. What made you go into a different direction of changing your rap name?
I mean, it just started with, once I came to the realization after a while, putting so much work in and, looking at it like, why certain doors still not opening up. So that just basically revealed to me, like, once you had these alter egos, it's like you living up to this standard. So for so long with me, trying to figure out why people looked at me a certain way or why they thought, I was who I wasn't, it was because of the image that I was portraying. So, with the whole name flip, it was just basically me coming to the realization and knowing who I am. Because I ain't want to get, so caught into being chiefy to the point I forgot who Navelle was. So it's like many celebrities that you see, once they build their self up to this standard, it's kind of hard for them to humble their self or recognize who they are. Because you see that all the time. Once you reach a certain platform, it's like same people that you could be looking at like you was just with them. Turn around and now they the same ones who Hollywood or acting different. So it was basically just humbling myself to the realization and knowing who I was.
Definitely. So are you still got, like you said, the alter egos? I remember when you was out here, you did your first show when you was fresh out of Pennsylvania and you had the LL Cool J old school 90s, 80s feel.
Right.
So is that still something we're gonna get with Navelle? Or is it just you just changed it up completely?
For the most part, I just looking at it with maturing. It's like a lot of things that I was doing for so long, it was just frustration because I would turn around and somebody else doing the same thing. So, when I started the vintage wave that I was, started doing, this was a few years ago. But, it's like you see a major artist or somebody do it, nobody gonna look at me like, you feel me? He got a few thousand followers, like, who believe me? So at that, it was just me looking at it like, all right, if I don't be myself, you feel me? Somebody always gonna snatch and take whatever I did. So at this point, with me being me, dressing how I dress, anything that's imitated from this, I know like, all right, they trying to be like Navelle, you feel me? So I couldn't really get too mad with the whole vintage look. But, I've been thinking about it because, I definitely got a whole wardrobe of it. So I might pull it out the closet one of these days, but we planning.
But yeah, so you just changed the whole style. You changed your whole Instagram and thing too? You lead your account, you just started over. Because like I know I seen you recently following, I was like, yo, what happened to all his followers, man? But I mean, we can't knock you for that, you know what I'm saying? Because when you do it, when you change, you got to change completely, man. You got to start from square one, man.
Exactly.
All right. So let's talk about the XXXW joint. Like you was out there for the music conference and you shot a music video in the crowd. Just random, man. Like that was crazy. When you was forming on as Chiefy, because we got to talk about some of those stuff like that, so people really know who you are. So tell me, what made you think about to do something like that?
It's like my whole career, man. I just been trying to do everything outside the box. So it's like even
that was definitely outside the box.
Yeah, man. It's like my music. Like I never cuss in my music. Like all my music been clean, but you will never even know because I, give it to you in a way where everybody gonna be able to relate to it. So it's like I always was just looking at different avenues of being unique and different. So once we got there, that was just off the top. Like we was walking on, I think it's 6th Street in Texas. So we passing out CDs, we got flyers, but when I say it's 1,000 other rappers, like 1,000 other people doing the same exact thing, you can't walk on the ground without stepping on the CD, seeing somebody else work on the ground. So we had a radio like that we was just turning up to in the hotel. Like we'd play that while everybody getting ready. And so one night we just took the radio out like right after a show that we had. So the show, it was cool, everybody was having a good time, but when we got to the strip, like it wasn't enough. So at that point, it's like, yo, we gotta figure out a way that's gonna stand us out from everybody else here. So out of nowhere, my man's, he just pressed play on the speaker. I'm like, let's just go on the street and shoot a video. So everybody like, man, we got cops around. Thought it was going to get broken up and all of that, but we just did that, went on the street, and it was so crazy, like so many people just bum rushing at one time, showing crazy love. So when there wasn't nobody else out there doing that same thing, so that was just thinking about being outside the box.
Yeah, that was definitely outside the box. When I seen the video of it, I was like, yo, like that was something definitely that made you stand out to everybody.
Word.
Because not only did the people who knew you just as an artist, but all of those fans that you get just because like we're gonna have to follow this guy. We was in his video.
Definitely.
We was in his video and stuff like that. So that definitely was outside. Let's talk about that music conference though, because I mean that's a big music conference.
Yeah.
What all does it entail? Like, you know what I'm saying? What it like just kind of explain the whole process of going down there and like what exactly do you do?
That was my first year down here. So when I went there, it was new for me. I always heard about it, but it's like every year around March they had a big conference, South by Southwest. So it's like people come from all over the world, like overseas, different countries, like everything come to this one place. It's like one big street that's all day long, just constantly popping. They get the streets blocked off, so it's so many people, like you can't walk on the sidewalk, you gotta walk on the street. But all day long it's just different, like, you know, workshops and buildings going on with different shows. So you might have different labels and so many other people all just performing at one time. So that way it's basically for the fans to choose, you know, like who they want to go out and see. So when we did it, you know, we had 2 shows lined up in the same day. So that same day that we shot the video, it was actually supposed to be a second show. So that was more of what drove us behind it, as far as we got, you know, do something where we still gonna feel like this trip was worth it. So right after we did the first show, we head to the second one, and last minute they canceled it and shut it down because of the cops or complaining about the crowd or something like that. So we just brought the show to us.
Definitely. That's dope, man. Like I think next year we're gonna try to make it out there. I mean, we trying to reach out to all the independent artists.
Word, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be a good platform for us to get out there and promote the magazine and just promote what we're doing.
It's definitely the place.
Let's definitely jump into the new project, man.
Word, faith, hope, and love,
man. What can we expect from that?
Man, it's like this, like the realest music that I made. You feel me? With, you know, portraying this image and going after all of this, I start seeing, you know, once I was getting all of these things, like I still felt like it was a void. Like I still wasn't happy because I reached like even something as far as that South by Southwest. Like I went from watching that on the internet to perform and having 2 shows lined up there. I get to that point, but it still ain't feel like it was enough. So I'm looking at it like, you know, why I'm still seeming like I don't feel happy about all of this success. So I just had to realize with this album, it's like I got to a place where I just took myself away from everybody. Like just got by myself, just did everything, you know, independent, no help from the outside. And that's when I got to the point just praying, asking God, you feel me, to give me a sign, give me something, like show me the right path that I'm on. And he did that. So ever since, just been writing, feel me, I was freestyling music for like 3 years straight, not writing nothing on my CD. So with this one, I had to go back to the roots, pull the rap book out, wrote the song. So everything that you gonna hear on this album was literally like what I was going through, or literally my emotions, and you gonna see the different stages of how I started off, the point that I got to it going that way, and the outcome of it. So faith, hope, and love, man.
How many tracks?
14
tracks. All right, so let's talk about the leap of faith though, because you just recently moved to the Atlanta area. Like all independent artists, like all artists, this is the mecca of you trying to start your career, trying to get to a point, you know, where you wasn't.
Right.
So let's talk about that experience, man.
Man, I've been trying to do this for like 3 years straight, man. Like coming from where I'm from, it's a small city, Chester, Pennsylvania. It's right outside of Philadelphia, but in our city, you know, it ain't many outlets for us. Like we don't have a radio station, we don't have like nothing. It's just a small city. I think it was like rated the #1 most dangerous city in America or something. So coming from there, it's like it give you that drive, that ambition that you don't have no choice but to make it out. So for years I've been traveling back and forth, you know, attacking different shows, doing different events, to the point I seen the opportunities, like stuff that we see here, like you never see that back at home. Yeah. So once I was exposed to it, like it just grabbed my attention to the point, like it's like I gotta get this. Like sitting around coming out here for a weekend, you know, we seeing more progress and success than being home for a whole year. So at that point, I'm working in the hospital, you feel me? I'm washing dishes, everything. I'm looking at it like this can't be, you feel me, what I'm supposed to be doing every day for the rest of my life. So when I got to the point last year, I was supposed to move down here and the people we was working with, they pulled out at the last minute. So at that point, I'm like, my mom always told me, if God closed one door, that don't mean forever. It just mean this might not be the season. So, I kept doing what I'm doing, kept grinding, putting the work in. A year later, to the position where, you feel me, and I'm like, it's time now. So me and my squad, we all looked at it, took, put in a 2-week notice jobs, you feel me? Like, we out, we want better, came down here and been making it happen since, man.
Probably, man, you was maybe a week into Atlanta and you performed down there at the spot. Probably one of the best performances I've seen, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Shout out to your hype man, though.
Shout out to my homie Brian Bradley, you feel me? Definitely turned up on that stage with me.
For real, man. Y'all had that place, man, that, like, the crowd, like, I looked at all the rest of the artists, man, like, if you was just going off stage presence alone, man, y'all took that by a long shot.
Love, man.
So it looks like y'all been there, man. It looks like y'all done it before, man. So with the new project, so how long you think you've been working on that project? Like, how long has that been, like, in the works?
It took me 2 weeks. Like, literally, when I sat here, we've been grinding for months. We've been down here only, I think it's like our 4th month now. So when the 2nd month came, like, I noticed it right then and there. Like, hold up, something ain't right. Like, it gotta be more than doing these showcases, and you feel me? I just know the level I should be on. So once I started writing back in my book, like, I completed the album in probably 2 weeks. I came here and started recording, finished the album in like 2 days. My first session, we knocked 10 songs out back to back. So it really wasn't a long process at all. Like, all of this was just thought of a month ago, and just seeing how fast everything coming together, that's how I feel that I know for a fact I'm doing the right thing. Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, because I've seen people that take years to complete an album or a whole year period. But for the fact that this literally been 1 month, even the whole thing with the rebranding and getting rid of my old, social networks, all of that, like, I wanted to show people that, you feel me, once you're doing the right thing, all of that could come back, double, triple, anything. So at this point, it's like only been a few of, like, 4 weeks, 5 weeks since I branded, and already, we got a few hundred people following. I didn't promote my page, like, I just put it up. So at this point, it's like people coming that I know for a fact is truly my supporters, and they love to see what I'm doing. So mainly just trying to show people, man, when you doing the right thing, like, it ain't no sweat, it ain't no stressing or nothing. Like, everything is smooth ride.
So with your music right now, like, with the type of artist you are, do you can kind of give us a comparison, or maybe somebody in the game right now, you kind of like maybe compare it to your flow, your delivery, or you know what I'm saying, you unique, you got your own unique swag as far as like your flow.
See, like, I can't really compare it to nobody.
Who's some of your favorite artists that you listen to, like, right now?
I actually just been changing all the music I listen to. Like, once I seen that, you feel me, it's really mind controlling, like radio stuff that you listen to every single day, like, without even noticing it. Like, it's literally taking control of you. So ever since I've been on this path, once I completed my album, I just been listening to people like Lecrae, like a lot of the artists over at Reach Records, and just trying to clear my ears up from, the typical, so I don't sound like nobody. But as far as, my sound, I don't know. I think I do have my own sound, for the fact it's so unique. Like, already without hearing no music, when I promoted this album, I didn't put out a single. I didn't put out nothing to give people a taste of what they was getting. To the point, it's literally like one of those albums you gotta play from start to finish. Like, you can't be, oh, this song bang, or this like, you literally gotta hear the whole story, playing it from 1 to 14. And so,
gotcha. My last question for you, man. Where do you want to see yourself, man, in 5 years? Like, what kind of impact you want to have on the music game?
I want to have a big impact, man. I mainly just want to get it to the point where, I'm just used as inspiration, you feel me? I want to leave with, knowing for a fact that I accomplished something just by, changing lives of other people, you feel me? All I could do is tell people my testimony, tell people what God brought me through and what he did for me, and whoever that touch and could relate to that, like, that's going to satisfy me. So definitely. In 5 years, definitely a higher platform, you feel me? A lot of stuff that I'm seeing that they out here promoting for artists and stuff, you could do on your own. So definitely having my own business, my own label, everything.
Definitely. All right, man, before we go, man, obviously you rebranding, so I want you to tell all our viewers all your social media, Twitter, your Instagram, where they can find your music, upcoming project releasing this Saturday, June 27th.
Word.
So go ahead and tell them all your facts.
Yeah, y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything is at Navelle Hice. SoundCloud, Navelle Hice, NavellEhice. You know, I just put up my own website, www.navellehice.com. You can go on there and check out all the videos, my bio. The album release will be on there, everything. You want to get the album this Saturday on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all of the music outlets, man. Faith, Hope, and Love by Navelle Hice.
Faith, Hope, and Love. It's your boy Sneaky Q, Navelle Hice, my magazine. Till next time. Peace.
Shit.